Hey everybody, what's going on? Emo Tempest here, and it seems as though spoiler season has officially started for Opus 19, I guess, from Nightmares. If you don't already know, this set is scheduled to drop in March, I believe. Yeah, March 24th. And yeah, we used to cover these every week, and I kind of let it go for a little while, but I thought I'd bring it back for this one. This season, I don't think we're gonna put any expense on the videos we bring out this time because there's so much to talk about with official play now, coming back this year, and so yeah, we need to talk about Warrior of Light. I agree with Kageyama. This is a very good card to start off with. It's got a lot to be said, and honestly, the article doesn't say, ironically enough, doesn't say enough about it. Right? It kind of gives us the baseline that we already know, like, he's four colors or whatever, and you're gonna his. All right, before we get into the article, let's go ahead and read the card. So Warrior of Light, four multicolor card. You can only pay CP produced by backups to cast Warrior of Light. He has haste, first strike, and brave. When he enters the field due to your cast, activate all backups you control, draw a card, and then choose a forward. You can tap him to choose a forward and deal 5,000 damage. So, couple of interesting things to note, like, and he says and pretty much he calls these out, right? It's going to be hard. It's Warrior of Light is very important to have all of these colors, because he's 10k, and with his ability he should be able to punch up until 15,000. Having all three keywords isn't something they do often and stuff like that. So really it's a very simple card, right? It has a lot of features to it, but in reality, in my opinion, it's kind of simple. But I do want to point out a couple of things that I like about it, right? So the casting part is going to be the difficult part, but it can be cheated in. So it doesn't read like that Sephiroth or that Dark Sephiroth that has like cannot be played unless it was cast only and has to have like that damage threshold. Nothing like that, right? So if you were able to bring this card in somehow, let's say even Onion Knight, right? The most recent one, I want to say it was 17, Wind Onion Knight. You can leave him out, tap it, and then you'll be able to play this guy for free, right? And so he'll live like that. You won't get his second effect there where he can activate your backups and draw a card, but you can find ways to loop him into the game and bring him out. So he will see play, right? Like he should be. It's not as complicated, right, as the other cards, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is that he is four colors, right? So what that means is that he follows the basic rules of multicolors, right? You can pitch him for earth, fire, water, or wind at any point in the game. So I think realistically, when I first saw it, I was like, man, this is overly complicated, and I don't like it as much, right? And I really didn't think it would see play. But after stepping back and reassessing him, I think the multicolor deck is going to be so much easier because of a card like him, right? Now, we already know the Warrior of Light engine has Searchers, Recursion, haste, and a variety, like an array of abilities, and like it's very toolboxy, right? If you can, we have it incorporates crystals to bring them back, and it finds ways of reducing their cost, which doesn't apply to this one in particular, but there is a lot of different avenues you can take with this deck, right? And the biggest issue in the past has always been deciding which colors to formulate, right, when you're building the deck. Opus 18 brought Fire Water, like with the Ferris, and I think there's another new one in there. I forgot, but it still uses some of the old ones, right? Like Soul and Lunith and stuff like that. So this guy's gonna open up that window for us that allows us to play the other cards, right? Like all the other stuff. Now, I don't know if this one triggers off of Refia as well. It says if you control all colors. I think it might say different. I'm not sure, but I'm not gonna get into that right now. That's a whole different discussion for deck building with this card. But I think realistically, I think he's gonna allow that deck to be played more often, or at least be more creative because he has the ability to generate any one of these colors at any given time from your hand, right? And as I dissect the second ability, once you're able to have the backups, right, it's gonna, yes, it'll be difficult to play the regular game when you have so many multicolor backups, unless you have a lot of variety of dual colors and stuff like that. But just there's it's good enough. It's a good enough ability where he can activate all your backups. So he's effectively +2, right? Because he'll pay for himself, and you draw a card. And it, you know, if I'm kind of just looking at the effects, I'm kind of like, I always like to compare them for power creep, right? For reasons. And so he kind of has that hooded man from the last set. And again, I said the haste and first strike and brave thing. I don't think we've seen since that dark card, Feral Chaos, I want to say. I don't think we've seen a card that has all three of them since that. So I can't. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. But yeah. So all in all, I think it's very cool. It's very beautiful, mind you. Like, this art is absurdly, like, you better mint this card because it is wonderful to look at. I can't think of anything else at the moment for the card. Again, Warrior of Lights has a lot of options already, so I'm more excited about this when after sitting on it and thinking about it. So I do like it now. The 5k part for me was at first underwhelming. I was hoping, I would rather have him with, like, doesn't take damage or something, or can't be targeted, but those are from, you know, whatever. And what's this last part? I wanted to go over when Worthy of Warrior of Light deck. Next week, Rochelle will be showcasing popular character who belongs to the wind and water elements. Stay tuned. So we are gonna have a new wind water card, which is exciting for me. I'm actually gonna jump into the news here for a second, not to like really take away from any of this, but no, this research of power. Where's From Nightmares? There it is. So From Nightmares, again, we're gonna get this starter soon. I think this got delayed also a week, but if we go down to the set, we didn't see anything, but look, we do have some interesting cards to look forward to, and nothing wind watery yet. So I think we saw Medine already, which was really good. We'll talk about that one later in like spoilers videos, but we have a new ace coming. I want to say this is, I don't even know who this could be, like a Bahamut or an Anima or something like that, or some other summon, maybe a summon or maybe a forward. This is definitely a fan rare, if not. We have a new Sid Highwind, which is interesting. Another Larsa, Medine, Sephiroth, and then Zidane. Firewind Zidane. So, we don't know what else is coming from this set other than this. And this is going to be the sign card. And the legacy cards are going to be Yuna, Lena, and Locke. Which I'm not too big on, but we'll see how they look. Maybe they'll be the cheapest ones of the ones we've had in the past. So, yeah, that's it, guys. That's all we have for right now. Let me know what you guys think of Warrior of Light, and we'll talk next week when we get the next one. The set's about 2 weeks out. I mean, 2 months out almost, right? We have to go through all of February, and then towards the end of March, so almost 2 months pretty much. So I wonder if we'll get at least 6 to 7 of these. This is the first one. So yeah, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.